Alright, got my drink. It's too hot. And we're gonna get right into it. Microphone, desktop, background music, window capture, border. Okay, yes, sorry. Apologies for the delay. I figured, you know what, I'll just get the stream going. And I went to take a sip of my coffee and realized, oh, it's basically gone. But I had already hit go live at that point, so I was just, you know what, I'll be right back. Anyway, we're doing art fight this year. Okay, I have human. Wrong button. Better. Anthro. I don't have monsters, worm, or mech this year. I mean, feral. Does roar count? Where's roar? Because I mean, roar can be any. I mean, I'll put like a little so-so here. What do I need to write? Object head. Nah, you can't even read that. Hold up. I love this edge pen. It makes... It's not even how you spell object. Anyway. I mean, it just makes writing so much easier. So I don't write it, and it's automatically got an outline that I don't have to deal with. The only thing I don't like about the edge pen is that I can't texture it. Like, I can't get the edge applied, but have the, you know, the G pen texture, which is what I write with, because, I don't know, I guess I'm addicted. M-O-R-P-H. And then we just... Oh, hell. Oh, criminally. Now I know why your mama called you nutsy. Well, I'll just deal with that. Not flip. Free transform, you dingus. So anyway. Ba-doo. So this year, for Art Fight, I added a bunch of... I forgot to turn that off. And I redesigned some of the ones I had up last year, which I'm very happy with the redesigns, but I'm also a little bit concerned that people are gonna like want to redraw that character and goes, "Oh, you changed the design." I mean, I'm thankful for the attacks I did get. Don't get me wrong. I loved all of them. I love every attack I get, or defense, I guess is what it's called for me. But yeah, no, like one person. Well, it was literally one person drew art of my character Jackie. There's a fly on my wall. Excuse me. And it's still alive? So, apologies. I am very on site with flies and other bugs that dare enter my realm. Anyway. So that's one concern I have, but for the most part, I'm not that worried about any of the designs. Copy. Paste. Keep it like that. I think I can. I'll keep them all up just in case. I'm gonna use this picture because I really liked this pose of her. Also, I decided to add a bunch of my some gore characters this year because I don't know, it's just something about them choosing teams vampires and werewolves. I was like, okay, now that's just asking for gore. You know? I know gore is allowed, but and I mean Abigail technically isn't gore because she's a cannibal pumpkin, which the concept is gory and it's more like pumpkin gore or whatever, so it's not outrageous or anything. However, alright, this one's done. I don't need it. Roar's fine. Bubbles. Right. The Night Guard, on the other hand, that I have for FNAF, I might have to... I'm gonna use this one, but then I'm gonna edit it. Because I don't know what the actual, like, how much do they count as gore or nudity? Because I know it's up to the artist. Because there's one artist that said, oh, they flagged their art for nudity, and they were literally, like, wearing a crop top or something like that. It's like, that's not nudity. And then my sister said I should add bubbles to the roster. So I will, as soon as I get this freaking head. There we go. Last year I had a character that was a prince in one of my original stories. I've decided to take his ref down and not use characters that are from my original stories, mostly because the stories aren't finished yet, and I do intend for them to be official property, you know, like with merch and stuff. Not just merch, but you know, like actually on TV or on the big screen or published and whatnot. So for legal reasons, I don't think I should allow that. And because, like, some people, when they draw art of the characters, they add, like, little details to the characters that I, you know, the owner didn't even think of. So it's like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I want to add that to the character. And for a fan character, it's fine because, like, who's gonna give a damn about the copyright issues of a Sonic OC? Literally no one. But if it's like an official property and I add it to my story, I will owe them royalties, and that will just be just really hard to keep track of. Which is why I'm trying to keep that all my official stories, I do not have, I don't adopt a design. Now, I mean, I technically could, because I did buy the design to do with as I please, that is in the TOS. And most, like, adoptables I get, I redesign them almost fully, but not quite. It's like, this isn't the original sprite I got with Bubbles, but this is very close to it. I think I have it saved somewhere. And this is his official design now. I mean, it's similar, same vibe, but when it comes to, like, overall design, very different. Okay, I can close Bubbles. And yes, I named him Bubbles, because I just... Come on. Look at him. And who am I attacking? I'm just gonna... Should I... No. All who invite me in? Because it's vampires? Because, like, if I chose Team Werewolf, I think I would have said open season or something like that. But, since it is vampires, I kind of want to make a joke. My drink is still too hot. It is making me sad. I forgot I had that up there. Here we go. Alright. I attack... Last year I said just anyone who catches my fancy. I think I'll just say that. Oh, other way around. For the characters, hold on, let me double check. The characters I have are human, anthro. Oh, Bubbles is feral, so yeah. Oops. I do need to add him. Human, feral, anthro. I don't have monsters. And yeah, Abigail's a pumpkin head, so she's covered. I mean, Night Guard I think counts as human, or at the very least humanoid. Because they're a ghost. So I think it's fine. Now for the background, let's add a little flare here and there. I should put Doc up here, but I don't, like, have anything concrete for them, and I do plan on them being a part of a major story, so once I get that story hammered out, then I can post. But if they're like just like a silly fan OC, like NG's Five Nights at Freddy's OC, it's just silly things that I'm not gonna monetize, like, ever. Not even in my own fan game, which I am conceptualizing. I have no idea how I'm gonna make it because I don't play. I mean, I don't know anything about code. Is that the right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the right color. Save as art fight PNG AF roster. I think I accidentally spelled it rooster, but oh well, I know what I'm talking about. Now here's the question. A lot of artists create like a border around the attacks they draw, so it signifies what team they were on for what year, and it like helps differentiate. Like, so they look at, oh yeah, that was a great year. I'm wondering if I should do that. But here's the thing though, the thumbnails have to be 200 by 200 pixels. That is ridiculously tiny. So like, hold on, let me, new. Shivu. While I'm here, let's try this just for color ref, and then since it's Team Vampire, I could do like a because you still want to be able to see the art. No, that's more like curtains. You know, it just dawned on me that the only vampire OCs I have are for my official story, not Dreamwalkers, Gatesville. Like, I don't have any, like, silly vampire OCs. I mean, I have one, technically, but they're for a show Farfetch that I created for OC Week. And I don't want to get too attached to anything about their design until the show comes out, which will be in a million years. Don't worry, I'll figure this out. No. I think what... Well, jeez. I'll just do a simple border. That's actually even. And then lighter. And then put like a, yeah, like a silly little bat. Let's turn that off first. I'll give him like little fangs. And then like a bright red maybe. Let's turn that to pen. Actually, no. Hold up. If I make the bat bigger in this corner, not free transform. Make him a cute little bat character, and then I put like a 23 or something. There we go, so now we know it's 2023. Yeah, I might do that. Vampire bats got very flat faces, so. That is the worst bat I've ever drawn. Hold up, I can do better. Hold up. Let's just erase that. Added Rady. Add that. And then we'll do like a that is not how you do bat wings. Get by with little help from my friends. Gonna try with little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just want it to be symmetrical. There we go. Is that too big? Okay, it turns out I wouldn't need those colors. So yeah, I'm gonna save this as a thumbnail team marker thingy. I don't know. Hope that works. Alright, that's done. I will, hold up, gotta write down so I remember to upload them later. Oh, upload team roster. And I'm pretty sure it's 1-0. Yeah. R-O-S-T-E-R. Is that how you spell roster? I don't know. Nobody knows. It's the English language. It's a free-for-all. Anyway. Added this other my other character, my MLP Sona, Larynx, on Toy House, and I realized I literally have nothing for them. Well, I thought if I drew like a little sketch dump ditty thingy, that might help people get a read on their personality. We shall see, we shall see. Any y'all viewers in the chat, live or otherwise, sound off. Are y'all doing art fight? Or nah? That's terrible. I didn't edit it. That's fine. I have it uploaded on Toy House, and it's just a little blood and a little red. It's not even real. It's not even realistic looking blood. Did I need to do something for Kuiper? No, I think she's fine. I don't think I needed to do extra art for Isla, but we'll see when we get there. Okay, so I don't know if I did this on stream, but finally some good news. I finished that Star Dragon character, Sona. Finally finished her ref. I just don't know what to name her. And it's been driving me crazy because I kind of wanted to add her to Toy House because I'm really proud of her design and whatnot. I just don't know what to name her. Like, her original name was Vera, which was fine. But I wanted to name her after a gemstone, and she really looks like the fluorite gem. And I don't want her name to be fluorite, and I can't shorten it to Flora, because that means flowers, basically. Okay, the mud is still hot, but I'm gonna check and see if the drink is ready. Please do not burn me. Oh. It's not as strong as I wanted it to be. Oops. C'est la vie. Such is life. Way out in California, standing in line for Mrs. Hollywood. I'm so mad that I have that song stuck in my head. Because it's like, how dare you? How dare you make a banger of a song like that and then just expected to not play in my head ad nauseum. I've just had a brainwave. I don't want to overdo it, because then I'll be too burnt out for when actual art fight comes. Oh, let me check my schedule real quick. Okay, tomorrow I think is team sign up. So I'll sign up for my teams. But some things came up, and I'll actually be probably away from my computer. And I'll be working on their actual toy house profiles, making sure the story is still straight. Toy house pros. I got a whiteboard where I keep all my weekly tasks all laid out, and then when I'm done with it, I have another whiteboard calendar where I write down what I did for the day on each day, so I can like look back on it and go like, oh yeah, I actually had a very productive week, or an unproductive week, but keep in mind this took me like 3 hours to do and it looks great type thing. Don't know how the tail's gonna be. Maybe not that particular. Did these sketches while I was on, not vacation really, I was visiting family. I do like that one though. For the love of God, no. Thank you, Dixie. Please, no barking. I've thought about adding Mud Splash this year. You know, adding my Warriors OC to, my Warriors Sona to Art Fight. But I don't know, since she's basically just a Sona, it's really hard to talk about her personality, even though I have her backstory and whatever all lined out on her toy house. So it's not an inconvenience, but she is my Sona, so I would feel kind of scummy, even though Larynx is my Sona, and let's be honest, they're probably not going to get much attention. Not like Thora or Jackie did, which honestly I should probably draw more art of Jackie. Because he's the one I redesigned. Anyway. References. I don't have his old ref anymore. I got rid of it. But yeah, this is Jackie. And I love him. But then again, I didn't have anything sketched because despite having this planned weeks in advance, I actually didn't have the time to sit down and work out what I was actually going to be doing this week. Because I was so excited. Yay, prep week. It was like, it's not going to take me a week to get prepped. And I'm basically just waiting for July, waiting for July 1st. But we had a bunch of other things we needed to take care of. Things to take care of outside of hello, stomach? Why are you sounding like a squeaky door? How do I draw the eye there? Beast of the kind, nighttime insomniac. She's the prey and she's aware. The times are hard, but she don't care. She's a vampire. Hold up, I'm forgetting. What's the envelope? What do the changelings look like? Shoot, never mind. I thought they had slitted pupils. That's just chrysalis. They just have the blue lights. Holy shit. I don't know if this is just Google filtering the images. Hold up. This is gonna be a wonky for a little bit. Please don't freeze. but I need you guys to see this. Alright, you type MLP Changeling, and I don't know if this is for everyone, but this is my art right here. These redesigns, that's my art. Oh my god. On Doodle. I wonder if it's just showing that because it's me. Oh, there it is. I don't know, everyone else, let MLP Changeling and see what pops up. Because if this is here, I've made it big. Google has selected my art for display, and it might just be because it's me and I look at my own stuff, so they're like, oh yeah, this is recommended for you. Alright, display window, close, there we go. Standing in line for Mrs. Hollywood. I got 3 songs going through my head at once, and it's not fun. How's her hair from this angle? From the side view? Okay, I might be like that. You know, when I first designed her, I didn't this was what we were working with. I didn't realize from like the side view or the way I drew it, it kind of was giving rarity. Which was not the aesthetic. I'm gonna have it like scale. Be a little scaly. Then my way out in California, standing in the Mrs. Hollywood. It's not fair how catchy that song is. This was a bad idea. You know what, actually? Since I'm actually looking at all their Toy House references, there's plenty for them here. I'm not really lacking in any one. Well, except maybe like Jackie or Kyle, because I literally just designed them and then never drew art of them again. You know, my curse. No, that's a tangent. There we go. Well, technically, this is a tangent. There we go. Is that better? You know, sometimes I'm a good artist. No, that makes it look more draconian rather than changeling. I think what I'll do is when I color it, I'll make this pupil like light blue and then have the regular changeling eye underneath it. So that way it still semi-reads changeling. Because based on even my... Here's like the show style of what Larynx might look like. And then there was one version I had where they all had like insect mouths. Excuse me. But then I went crazy with the floof because moth. I think I'll keep her mouthless. Because that might be more scary. This stream was mostly because I had work to do and I really wanted to get into streaming immediately, but then I realized, well, hold on a minute, you don't have really much to do. Because, I mean, you already had on your Warriors comic, you've already, like, finished it up till hiatus. You're actually gonna go on hiatus this month, July, which yeah, I'm actually I'm gonna do that. The comic will probably come back in like September or something, but haven't figured it out quite yet. I mean, I could work on Dreamwalkers more. Like I said, I was gonna start sketching the prologue soon. Like just a style test. Which I might do that for a stream later. I don't know how time-consuming art fight is gonna be for me. There we go. Hopefully not too all-consuming. But I will be streaming that. I will be actually streaming my fights after I've gotten them sketched. I'm gonna say that. I can't start the stream until I have the sketch done. Now the changelings had blue eyes. With just lights that pointed in one direction. I'm gonna put it on a separate layer. That is not what I meant to do. Not sure. Do I want to make it look more crackly? There we go. Should that even be a thing? That looks more like Nightmare Moon, actually. Yeah, that looks more like a changeling. There we go. That's much more better. Our eyes are blue. Changeling magic is green, right? Isn't it like lime green or something? Well, there's something done. Anyway, this whole debacle was all just to say that I'm really excited for Art Fight. I'm joining Team Vampire. Because why not? And honestly, I kind of hope the Art Fight will inspire me to actually work on the comic that this character is in. It's called Doom's Children. And I have so many ideas for it, but I just haven't gotten to it. Because it's supposed to just be a silly, stupid little... just these bunch of people living together. It's on my fan dumping ground toy house. Where most of my Art Fight characters come from. Except maybe like one or... yeah, except Abigail. She's on my main toy house. Steamore Designs. In the Void column. Anyway, I think I'll sketch Jackie and see what happens. She's a little rabbit nose. Okay. God, it's been so long since I've drawn him. That was a big ass truck. Don't know if y'all heard it. I can't try to save my life. I can't draw these characters' proportions over perspective. The vowels don't line up. I can't seem to draw when I am on stream and click go live just to save my life. When I click go live, it's like my brain just says, okay, see ya, bye. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the work you love and treat them right. So happy together. You know, when I first designed Jackie, he was a Cobra kit, which is or was, I don't know if the creator is still active, an open species created by, I don't remember their name. Anyway, I really liked the design, and I thought, oh, I gotta design a character. So I did, and then came Jackie. And I thought, you know, it'd be so funny if he was a guy, because he's like pink and purples and got sparkly bits to him. Well, at least he did. I think on his toy house it shows his original ref. Hold on, let me look. Let me look. Yes, it is. Here it is. Y'all can't see it, but he was like a snake with extra floof on it, an anthro snake with fluff. And I don't know why I decided to make him French. I honestly do not know. But I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I like draw all the characters as humans? Because I wanted to kind of give him like festival braids. Because I always imagined him as being dark-skinned. I was like, oh, like he's got festival braids in, because that would explain the pinks and the purples. But then since redesigning him again to be a Bunyoro rabbit, which is native to Africa, and I can't remember which country in Africa it is, but it's one that was a French colony, which would explain why he is like black and from Africa. And I think the Bunyoro rabbit is also endangered. I think it's just called Bunyoro because that's where they're from. Yeah, Central African rabbit. So I'm trying to look up information, and I don't know. I just decided he would be rabbit because I thought it'd be funny. Because then he can look like one of those dumb bunny slut furry characters, but he's actually not that at all. But he still looks feminine because he can't help how his hips look. His hips do lie, and they lied to you, Buck. Shakira, Shakira. I've only watched episode 1 of that stupid show, and I've heard mixed reviews on Q-Force, but I thought episode 1 was funny. But I think like a recurring theme with that show is that they'd make a joke and that was funny, but then they'd add something onto the next, like add to it. Like another character would say something, it was like, oh, that was really funny, and but then a different character would add onto what they just said. It's like, okay, now it's not funny. Like there was one scene, I didn't see the episode, but I saw the clip. It was where they like break into a room and the main character, don't remember his name at all, is like, freeze! Oh, no one's here? Oh, I used all my manliness for nothing. It's like, that was funny. But then another character said, well, it worked on me. My little butthole went boop. It's like, okay, that was not needed. I mean, sure, it was in character, but it was like, okay, that was funny. Now it's not. Not to say that character wasn't funny. I don't remember that character. I think his name was Twink or something, because he was a drag queen. A damn good drag queen. Holy crap, he could get in drag like nobody's business. And if you know anything about drag, you know it takes 5 years to get into all that crap. So once you're in, you live there for the next 3 hours. At minimum. Just to make all that BS worth it. I mean, that's me when I put on makeup for my face just for, like, going shopping. So, you know, I'm just gonna smoke up my eye a little bit. So once I put that on, that shit's staying on for the day. And it ain't coming off until after dinner. Unless I, like, get all gross and whatnot, depending on what I did that day. Like, I was listening to music in the car with my mom the other day because we had to take my dog to get his rabies shot. And the song Deep Red Bells by Nico, Case? Nico Case? Or Neko Case? Anyway. That song started playing and blah! Floodgates, man. I thought I ruined my eyeliner. But it was just blah. That last line always gets me. I mean, the whole song is sad because it's based on this. What I read, it was based on the victims of the Green River Killer, which, whew, close to home, literally, sort of. I don't know. Anyway, it's a sad story, and whenever the song starts playing, I'm like, oh god. But it'd been a while since I listened to it, so I was like, you know what, I'll just listen to it. I really like the song. And it's been a while, so I'll just let it play. As soon as that last verse started playing, it just punched me right in the face. I think it's because the lyrics and the visuals I have in my head for it just really deck me right in the face. I think I've sung it on stream before. I don't remember. Or if I was just singing it to myself, I don't remember. Is he muscular? No, but he's actually he's actually got very strong legs, because rabbit. Not a hare. Even though these little guys look like hares, they are classified as rabbits. times this mean world cast its cold eye. Who's left to suffer long without you? Does your soul cast about like an old paper bag, past empty lots and early drives, with those like you who lost their way, murdered on the interstate while the red bells rain like thunder? Oh, deep red bells, deep as I've been done. And that took a lot of willpower to not cry mid-singing. Anyway, yeah, that's the verse that always gets me. Yeah, the last verse of the song. His ears are wrong, and I'm not sure how to fix them, so I'll just add layer and erase. In case there was any confusion earlier, Jackie is not a drag queen. He's not. I just wanted to make the joke that his hips lie. And so does he. He's probably saying something snarky here. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, I do need to change his ref because since I've made him... I mean, he's 17, but like the age of... The drinking age in like France or whatever is like 16 or whatever. So what he's doing isn't illegal, but it is from... Yeah, I mean, it is in America, which is where they kind of are, like, America, air quotes. I don't know where the comic actually takes place, but I know it's, like, sort of America. Let's never do that again. So he's probably saying something bitchy right here. He's probably saying something like, wow, you're really competing for the, like, douchebag of the year award. And then they'll say, as defending champion, are you nervous? Something stupid like that. Y'all ever mix a drink and you're like, oh man, I hope this turns out right, and then it doesn't? But you drink it anyway because you put a lot of effort into mixing it all up. I didn't have time to actually make a full pot of coffee, so I had to use like instant coffee. But we just bought a bunch, but I don't want to like just use it all in one drink because I'm an addict. Because we use the instant coffee for like baking and stuff. Because it makes chocolate cake. You want to elevate a box mix of chocolate cake. There's like other tips and tricks you can do. But if you just want the simple way to elevate a box of chocolate cake mix. Just add, like, instant coffee, like, instant espresso. How much is dependent on how much coffee you actually like in your, how much, like, flavor you like, but, and it also depends on the brand, but I think the minimum is, like, a tablespoon to even do anything. But that's just because I'm addicted. I'm dependent. Looking awesome, feeling helpless. And I know I'm raising Cain by every highway in hell. Maybe things would be so terrible inside this hotel. Can you believe it's like been almost over a year since that song came out? Or whatever. Oh, speaking of Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, I owe Hell of a Boss an apology. And this is me eating humble pie here. All the complaints I had, well, okay, not all. Most of the complaints I had about the show earlier, about the story being inconsistent and it having tone issues, I take back. I take back. I apologize. I'm gonna bury the hatchet because I didn't realize the episodes were being aired out of order. And because then on their playlist, if you go to Viv's channel and look at the playlist for Hell of a Boss, they're in chronological order, which is not their airing dates. And it's like, oh, they pulled a Clone Wars on me. So yes, I do apologize for that. Even though no one was offended by what I said. Like, if in the unlikely event, there's like years later down the line, someone tries to do an expose video on me to like get me canceled or whatever. Like, oh, they're so hateful and whatnot. Hey, I'm apologizing for my misunderstanding. That was my oopsie. I didn't look at the playlist. I just watched the videos as they aired and just said, oh, this is weird, and then didn't look into it. That was a bad on me. However, I still do have issues with the show and the way they're treating Stolas. Not Stolas, but like Stole Blitz, their relationship. And I think the creator even said, it's not a perfect relationship. They're pretty toxic for each other, but it's just their relationship and their as characters are very important to Viv. And their story is important to her. Same with Angel. So I was like, okay, I'll respect that. But the fact that like he was like in the previous episode, he was literally thinking he was about to die, and his last words were going to be Blitz, and it was like, not Octavia, you know, his actual daughter, who does not exist in a vacuum. But then again, I don't know the characters. That's just me being nitpicky because the way I write father figure characters, they're very, you know, I don't know. I just write father characters differently. I don't say, oh yeah, here's this character, and oh yeah, he has a daughter. We'll never bring that up again. Because having a kid really controls your whole life when you're an adult. Now, I've never had a kid, but I do know, from watching my sister, because she's had a kid, and so, oh yeah, they become your whole world for the next, 18 years. Is all you talk about, and all you think about is basically them and their safety, and their health, and their development, because that's what you do as a parent. And yeah, we have seen before that Stolas is willing to do most anything for Octavia. He just gets distracted by Blitz. Like, in that episode where he's finally confronting Stella, saying, it's the only reason I put up with your constant insults and abuse was for our daughter to have a normal life. It's not exactly what I said, but I'm paraphrasing. So yeah, he is willing to put up with a lot of crap for the sake of Octavia. But when she was, like, lost in LA, which I thought that the jokes they made about it basically being hell was funny, because that's what I say about Los Angeles despite never being there. It's like, yeah, that sounds like Los Angeles. All that work I did on his arms and chest are now erased by a baggy shirt. That is not what I meant to push, but I need to save this anyway. I think I'll just put it here. Jackie sketch. So yeah, that is my formal apology. We need to recognize when we have misconceptions and make mistakes. But we don't need to... How do I put this without getting canceled in the future? We need to recognize that we are all learning and living living beings with our own perceptions and interests. So if, like, we only have so much attention we're willing to give to certain things we're not invested in, and Hell of a Boss is one of those things where it's just like a passive watch for me, but it's also kind of like sort of taking notes because Viv is living the dream of having her stories, her animated show actually become such, but I guess it's also a nightmare. His neck is slightly too long. And in recognizing that we all have perceptions and misconceptions, we need to recognize when we are wrong and admit that we were wrong, but we shouldn't grovel on the floor apologizing for every little mistake we've ever done, because then we would be here all day and night and the next day. So when people say, oh, you did this 12 years ago, it's like, yeah, I was literally 12 years younger. I recognize that what I did was probably dumb, because I was dumb. Still am dumb. It's like, I recognize what I said in the past was stupid, but I'm not going to hold myself to it, because I've moved on and improved since. Well, hopefully improved since. I'm not gonna, like, make an apology video where it's like, hey, you said the R word, like, when you were in elementary school. It's like, yeah, that's what we said. It wasn't a bad word back then. You know, like, I just watched a video about why corpse husband left the internet, and I'm like, man, he did the right thing by leaving the internet based on how people were treating him. That was some bullshit. But also, it's like, they basically harassed him on Twitter for reading a creepypasta, and the creepypasta had, and I quote, the D word in it when referring to a trans person. I'm sitting there like, well, yeah, the villain said that. He was narrating it. He didn't say it. He was reading a script. And yeah, he could have censored it, but that's kind of the point of creepypastas, to be creepy, bad, and wrong. And I'm sitting there like, wait, the D word's a slur? I thought it was just a term. Or a nickname, but I guess it's a slur. The more you know, I guess. But, queer used to be a slur, and now they've kind of reclaimed it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what they call themselves now. Just, okay. I mean, who am I to judge? Not part of the group. I have no say in the matter, but still. I don't know if it's because I can't find anything, or if it's just, there's just no need. His nose is crooked. But I can't find any derogatory slurs that were used for the Jewish people. I know it exists. Like, there were derogatory depictions of Jewish people. Definitely. But when it comes to actual slurs, I think the worst they ever called us was just filthy Jew. But I don't know. They could have called us something else. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of like, man, the Jews get a lot of hate over the years for just existing. What slurs have we gotten? Oh, just our name? Okay, that's very uncreative, but then racism isn't very creative. As I say, oh, racism has gotten creative over the years. No, it hasn't. It's not creative, it's never been creative, and it's never been intelligent. Racism is the dumbest human invention. One of the dumbest human inventions. Hold on, let me. The dumbest human invention. Probably bacon ice cream. Oh, the pause was too long on that one to be comedic timing, but I was trying to actually think of something. I was like, what's a dumb invention I can say that's funny? But it also throws shade. Yeah. The only human invention that's dumber than racism is bacon ice cream. Because there are plenty of other dumb and dumber human inventions, but I just want to throw shade at bacon ice cream because why in God's green earth would you put bacon bits on ice cream? It's meat. Or at least you hope it's pig meat, because the way factories have been treating the animals and the workers there, if you buy pig or pork at any sort of store, you better hope that's actually pork you're eating. And not the long pork, if you know what I mean. If you don't know what long pork is, Google it. Hold on, let me see real quick if it actually is what I say it is. Yep. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, I really want to buy it. It'll be really expensive. I want to buy a baguette just so I can have peanut butter jelly the long way. It's so stupid, but since seeing that video, it's all I've thought about. It's like, man, I want peanut butter and jelly the long way. I've had it the flat way in a tortilla. I've had it every other way with bread. I've had it triple decored with bread. But I've never had it the long way. Heart. I've had a brainwave. Good enough. Ack. I didn't realize this was at a lower opacity, and now the colors are slightly off. Oh well. I think his head isn't big enough. There we go. That's a little better. 140. Oh, I've reached my minimum, even though my minimum previously was 2 hours, but it's just prep week. Yeah, if I get their profiles done like today, then tomorrow I can actually work on writing my stupid stories. Because I'll be babysitting the living room. Because I don't like being in my office if I'm the only one in the house. Or streaming if I'm the only one in the house. Because if I'm the only one in the house, that means I have to let the animals out by myself and check every bump. Every bump in the night. Slides don't actually curve like that. Down, down. Oh, speaking of Hell of a Boss, I'm gonna bring this up before I finish off here. They finally got Kesha. Oh my god, to voice a character. And I love her design. I don't know why people were getting so butthurt about Queen Bee's design. I don't care. It was very pretty. Like, Vivzy, you madman. How'd you land Kesha? But then again, how'd you get Jafar's voice actor to voice Stolas's dad? Or, I'm a terrible Invader Zim fan, but what's his face to voice Moxie? I forgot his name, don't at me. emotionally crashing. Burnt out, overstimulated, hungry, need to check the mail. It's 12:50. It's just rearranging. Alright, so that was kind of a bust. I'm gonna end that here. I don't want to get too trigger happy with the streams because I'm gonna be streaming a lot in July to do art fights. I don't know if the scheme was to stream every day, even if it's for 30 minutes. But I think what I'll do instead is sketch a bunch, stream that, and then when I'm not streaming, just record it, and then have like when July is over, then like compile it all into a major speed paint and talk about my experience that year. I'll take down notes and whatnot. Then it'll be like a topic video, so that even if I don't show, I'm not streaming or whatever, I'll, still have footage and whatnot. That way I can still listen to forensic files and draw, have my cake and eat it too. So, we'll be dealing with that shabusiness. Quit pausing. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, whether you were live or after the fact. Either way, I love you. I don't know if I'll be streaming again this week. I mean, let me check my schedule. Ref prep. No, that's basically all done. So my art fight prep will probably be away from stream, and everything else will just be catch up on other references for my official characters, which will not be participate in art fight for the aforementioned legal reasons. So yeah, we'll be dealing with that. I'll probably because we got like art fight this year begins on a Saturday, which I do not work on Saturday, and Sunday is house chores, and then Sunday is also my parents are leaving for their trip. Maybe stream Monday, but then I got 4th of July to deal with because we'll be hosting this year. And then maybe from the 5th on, then we'll get back into doing some streams. Probably late night streams or like evening streams, depending on how hot it is or how exhausted I am at the end of the day. So we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, we'll be seeing you then. Bye.